to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his face. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain. I rode a tank, held a generous rank when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies stank. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh yeah, I watch with glee while your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. I shouted out, who killed the Kennedys? When after all, it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I lay traps for troubadours who get killed before they reach Bombay. Pleased to meet you, hope you get my name. Oh yeah, but what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh yeah, get down in it.
and welcome to Laugh and Carafe, our every Wednesday comedy show at the Majestic. And now, your host, Ash Morgan.
Ash Morgan. Woo! Give it up for technical work. And good echo. Okay. Is the sound okay? Too loud, too soft? Thank you all. It's too soft. Too soft. Okay, good to know. Let's work out this together. Appreciate it. Are we louder now? Is that better? Can you hear me, David? Yeah, you can hear me? Okay, beautiful. Appreciate that. So yes, how's it going? I am Ash Morgan. I am a local comedian. So local, in fact, I live right upstairs in this building. So I'm the de facto resident comic here in San Pedro. Very lucky. Any first-timers here at the restaurant? Not a first-timer? Yeah? Oh, don't be shy. I'm not going to pick on you. Don't worry. Okay, cool. We got a good amount of first-timers. What is the occasion over here? Here to watch Jessica. We have famous comics here every Wednesday night, everybody. Famous comedians. We're here to see Jessica. That's very exciting. So you found out about us through Jessica. Anybody else? Any newbies? We have a birthday. Happy birthday. Don't worry. Again, I won't pick on you. You came here for the birthday. I was just doing research and development to find out how y'all got here. Appreciate it. Fun fact, this building actually celebrates its 100th birthday this September. Don't know if you guys knew that. Very, very cool. Good thing we're close to the fire department because that's a lot of candles. So hopefully that turns out okay. But yeah, she looks great for 100, right? I mean, to be fair, she's had a whole lot of work done. She has gone through many, many changes. Originally a Naval YMCA back in the day. Had some really cool performances that would happen here, which is neat. And then after it was a YMCA, it then became an outpatient behavioral health facility, which is also super interesting to me. And now, present day, I live and work here, so it's an inpatient mental health facility. No, it's great though. It's beautiful. They've really spared no expense keeping this place as beautiful and amazing as possible. So grateful for everybody who did that. But yeah, you guys are an amazing audience. I can already tell. So attentive, so interactive, so engaging. But as the evening progresses, this is about an hour-long show, by the way. Won't keep you too long here. But during the show, if you could just respect everyone around you by keeping your voices at the table to a whisper when you're ordering your food and drink. By the way, wine crafts are $15 today, so take advantage of that. And without further ado, I would like to bring up our first comedian of the evening. Everybody, welcome Jessica. Woo!
Hey, thank you, Ash, and for inviting me to this beautiful building. I am getting a little bit of PTSD flashbacks because I actually worked in a place called the Majestic as a kid. I was a dishwasher. It was not as nice as this. So I'm going to attempt not to wash any dishes tonight. So I probably should address the elephant in the room. It's obvious what I am, an engineer. Yeah, you can tell it's autism. And I think that, it's hard for me because I wasn't diagnosed as a kid. It was more of a peer review. Yeah, my parents were boomers, and I'm Generation X, barely. And they really didn't want us labeled as kids with like ADD or autistic. They just called us, I'm counting to 5, 4, 3. The parents get that one. Great. Yeah, I actually have the Autism Plus package. It comes with free ADHD. Yeah, and my ADHD means that I struggle with people's names, and it's so bad that a coworker said, "Jess, I think you have face blindness." Yeah, first of all, rude. And second of all, who are you? Okay, because it's not face blindness. All right, I have the kind of autism where I'm bad at names and I'm great with trains. Yeah, that also made watching the show Thomas the Tank Engine a special kind of hell. Yeah, because we all know who Thomas is. His name's on the front, but he has 60 friends and they could be anybody. Especially like his little gay green friend. You could tell he was gay. He was supportively bitchy. But I liked him because he was modeled after a real train. Yeah, he was based off an Avonside Engine Company industrial shunter. They were built in Bristol from 1921 to 1927. They had a saddleback coal-fired design, model 040. The ST, obviously. Yeah, I still struggled with his name, and one lady said, "He's Percy, you dumbass." She, too, was supportively bitchy. Yeah, I had another show. Another lady came up to me, and she said, "Hey, I can tell you're an elder autistic. Yeah, we're not into trains and dinosaurs anymore. Yeah, now we're into Lego and socialism." Like, girl, we've always been into Lego and socialism. Like, didn't you watch anything, learn anything from watching Thomas? There was a whole arc of Thomas helping Comrade Percy overthrow the bourgeoisie. I mean, diesels. Yeah, I think it does confuse people when I say that I'm Generation X because I look so young. No, it's actually because I'm a Zennial. And a Zennial is part Generation X, so we're going to be forgotten, and part Millennial, so we're always going to be broke. Only ones that remember us are our creditors. So we got that to look forward to. I just remembered, we are in SoCal, so I should probably put this into local terms. Gen X Sun, Millennial Moon, Rising Lexapro. Yeah, so I actually served in the Navy for 22 years. Okay, yeah. Some of you have heard of my work. Yeah, I was in a little off-Broadway production called Afghanistan, the Forever War. It actually led to a recurring role in Iraq, too. Oops, I did it again. And I think most people don't realize that we fought these wars at the same time, and it was stressful. Because I was always worried that my war was going to find out about my side war. You know, like Afghanistan would be like, "Oh, do you love her? You blow out her infrastructure?" It's like, "No, baby, Iraq meant nothing to me. I was in and out in 9 years." But it was uncomfortable for me because I'm a one-war girl. I'm not into polyamory. Yeah, it's weird for me getting thanked for my service. I never really know what to say. Most veterans experience this problem. Like, they thank me, I thank them for thanking me, they thank me again. It gets quickly Canadian. Like, we don't have to do that. We're Americans. Capitalism is our love language. I take Venmo. I'll take thanks. It's great. Other people are like really confused because they look at me and they're like, "Wow, Jessica, you're in the military, but you're so," I'm gonna go with progressive. And they look at me and they're like, "Why would you want to go over there and kill people?" And I'm like, "Well, this is America. A girl can dream." A bit dark. Okay, I'll dial that back. That's fine. That's where my brain goes. And the military broke it. You're welcome. I actually, I should probably confess to you guys at this point. I've talked a lot about trains. I'm not actually into trains. I'm more of a space autistic. Yeah, like as a kid, I could quote you 10 facts about the Apollo program before you could say, "No, please stop." I really wanted to be an astronaut, so my mom, let me stay home from school like sick and watch the shuttle launches. Those were great. Like, I'd be there with my Fruit Loops and everything, and I was just there going, "I can't wait to see what happens with the Challenger." Oh, spoilers! Yeah, that was a big surprise that day. I think most of us remember that, but the person we lost on that everyone remembers is the teacher, Kristen McCullough. She was amazing, but you know who else we almost lost on the Challenger? Big Bird. Yeah, they almost stood Big Bird up on the Challenger. Can you imagine that? And at the last moment, they pulled him out because Big Bird didn't fit on the shuttle. What did Big Bird know, and when did he know it? Yeah, Big Bird didn't fit. And at the last moment, NASA had to scramble and just go, who else can fit in a shuttle and knows letters? That's how we ended up with Kristen McCullough. I do have to picture, like, if they had sent Big Bird and all the kids and us watching it just would have, like, seen Big Bird on the rocket just launching up and poof, feathers. Just a rotisserie launched into space. That could have been fun. Yeah, today's launch brought to you by the letter T for tragedy. I like a good oh God. Yeah, but I actually am an engineer. I work in aerospace for a living. Sorry about that. Girls got to pay the bills. But no, working in aerospace is fun, but it does break your brain a little bit because, like, we hear news items and we don't think fear, we think how can we profit from this? Like, we hear about space threats. Like last year, NASA found an asteroid was like coming towards the Earth. And I don't want to alarm you, but in a week, they doubled the chance of it hitting us to 2%. And then like a week later, it was down to 0. And I gotta be honest with you, that's boring. You know, like, we can do better than that. I think for a cool $1 billion, we can get you to 37%. You know, like, oh, look at that rock. He went to NASA. I can get you to 50%, you know, a coin flip for $2 billion. Beyond that, it gets a bit pricey. But think of it this way. We can solve the climate problem like that. You know, global warming, gone. Data centers, gone. 2 birds, 1 rock. Okay, a little dark. I'll pull it back again. It's fine. Yeah, being an engineer, I think I'm supposed to be primed to like technology. You guys are safe in San Pedro so far. I haven't seen any of those little Coco delivery robots. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, for those who haven't left the safety of San Pedro in a while, someone attached wheels and an AI to a cooler that could bring you food. That sounds great on paper, but it's capitalism. Like, they want to convince us that these things are friendly, so they give them jaunty little faces and names like Melvin. Little jaunty little flag behind it. Like, if we're gonna be, you know, fall in love with it, we're gonna be nice to it and maybe not beat the crud out of it. We're human beings, we don't need that. We have an excuse. It's genetic. But no, I actually witnessed my first human on robot crime the other day. I saw some youths that were like surrounding one of these things and like bumping it and kicking it. And it was just sitting there like twitching, just trying to go. And eventually like they kind of moved to the side and it just took off like a spooked horse and nearly crashed. I don't know, they're really cute, but I don't want to feel bad for it or its corporate masters. I just think we should be nicer to them because I've seen how some of you treat your Alexas. I'm just concerned because I would rather it brings me Panda Express, not demands the location of Sarah Connor. Yeah, so AI isn't just in the delivery robots, though. It's also in Waymos. These are the self-driving cars. Again, you're safe in San Pedro for now. Capitalism will find its way. But the Waymos are great, except they're not. Because they're always getting stuck places. And the biggest problem with Waymos is that they train them on humans. And have you driven on the 101? We're not training them safely. These are things that are supposed to follow rules. So I'm sitting there at one of these lights at like an intersection before the intersection that we love to do here. And I just see this like thing move out of the corner of my eye, and this clanker is just creeping, and I'm like, oh, heck no. If anyone's gonna do an illegal, it's me, and I move forward and I block that. I'm not gonna let it go. And I think they hold a grudge. Because like an hour later, another one cut me off. And then a different one didn't let me in. I'm 2 lane changes away from triggering a robot apocalypse. And I will do it. So help me. Yeah, I don't know. I used a slur there a second ago. I should apologize or explain. But clanker is a slur against robots. And I figure if I know American politics, we got at least 50 years before they get the vote. And I could probably got 20 more years of using clanker before it's, cancelable. I think my one line, being as woke as I am, is if my daughter brought home a clanker for Thanksgiving, like, I'm not gonna allow that. Not in this house, young lady. That clanker can eat in the garage with the Roomba and my self-driving car. All right, I'm Jess McLaren. Y'all been fantastic. Enjoy your dinner.
Woo, go Jessica. Okay, so here's the thing. I sound loud up here, but Jessica didn't sound loud back there. So we're still having technical issues, which is great because I love performance art. So I am looking, okay, so I'm going to use back corner table as my guide. Can you hear me? Do I need sign language? So you can hear me. So have I been lied to? Someone said they can't hear. You're good. Okay, perfect. Well, you have to listen for my next game because it's a lot of fun and you'll want to play it with me. Are we ready? It's very easy. Don't worry. You just have to say 2 words, either yay or ah. So you'll see how it goes pretty quickly. There's going to be a good thing that a bad thing that happens followed by a good thing, okay? So here we go. There's only one dispensary in San Pedro. Aww. On every corner. They were sold out of pot gummies. Aww. Because I bought them all. I took 2 and I didn't feel high after an hour. We can do better. Because I got high in the first 10 minutes. Then I had to go to work. But I work from home. When I got there, my wife wasn't wearing her wedding ring. Or anything else. She was also in bed with another. She was a supermodel. In the morning, they didn't make me breakfast because it was already dinner time. So we decided to make reservations at the Majestic, but when we got there, they wouldn't serve us a glass of wine because they were only selling $15 carafes. Yay, good job, everybody. All right, cool. So we are actually going right to our closer tonight. You get a nice little tight show because we had a no-show. So everybody put your hands together to a new comic that I just met. He just moved out here from New York. Real cool guy. Give it up for Mark. Yes! Woo, yeah!
Thank you. Whoa, sit down. Sit down. San Pedro. When I say San, you say Pedro. San. Pedro. Did I fuck it up? Fucking yeah, this is my first time in San Pedro's. Never been here before. Just moved here a couple weeks ago. Look at me, I'm making it. I'm at the fucking restaurant. This is great. San Pedro, fine dining restaurant. Let's go. I'm ready to rip. I've truly never been here before. This is my first time ever here. You guys all live in San Pedro? Pedro? Yes? A couple people eating calamari back there. I get it. It's a calamari type deal. I've been to Long Beach before. I've been to Long Beach. I moved to the South Bay area, so I just moved here a couple weeks ago. already made my first mistake. In New York City, you take the public transportation, you take the subway, you take the buses, you can meet some of the most beautiful women on the planet. And when I moved to South Bay, I took a metro bus for the first time. I met a homeless guy named Kathy. That was about it. Is this like right in the middle of ordering? That's great. Just right in the middle. Just 9 people. It's full-blown ordering. That's okay. What? Okay, good. Well, it just got really quiet. Well, now I kind of want to know what everyone's ordering. Get the apps. My mom's been worried about me. I don't know if you guys saw in Huntington Beach, there was an executive helicopter crash. And my mom saw that in the news, and she called me. She was, like, very concerned. She goes, Mark, I saw on the news there was an executive helicopter crash in Huntington Beach. Are you okay? I'm like, am I okay in the executive helicopter crash? I took the bus to this restaurant. Do you think that I'm in executive helicopters that you don't know about? I'm fine. Did you guys watch the World Cup? World Cup peeps? Yeah, were you guys happy with all the people in town, all the people coming from all around the world, right? It was kind of cool, right? Did you go to any of the games? Did you go to any of the watch parties? You didn't watch anything? No, it's all right. What team, what game did you watch? You're going for England? Okay, all right, listen, let's get this thing straight. Are you British, or why England? Why were you going for England? Yeah, this is just the worst. This is full-blown conversation. I went to the watch party for Mexico. I went to the Mexico watch party. That shit was insane. My friend was like, "You got to watch out. Like, this is gonna be quite a thing here in LA." I was not prepared. My buddy, before we went to the watch party, goes, "Man, you got to look out for those big booty Latinas tonight." And we went to the watch party. I didn't know he was talking about the guys. Holy cow! It's a lot of chalupas. It's my local material. Guys, we all have dreams. Did you have a dream? What is that? What was that sound? What do you do? Do you work here? Do you live in town? Finance? Rich. Does everyone have a boat here? I feel like there's a lot of seamen in this area. Do you have a boat? You look like you have some sort of nautical device. No boat? Yeah, I might have to take a boat out of this show. What? Someone's got to have a boat. This table's got to have a boat for sure. They got to have a boat. They come fucking full blown. Yeah, unbelievable. It took me all these years in New York City to try to develop like a New York City deli ordering cadence. Like I lived 13 years in New York City as a stand-up comedian, and here I am. But it took 13 years to get the New York City deli ordering cadence down. You got to be quick. You know, everyone's in a rush in New York City. You can't take your time. So you have to go in, you have to be quick, you have to be assertive, you have to know your order. And then I moved here to the South Bay, and there's a little different ordering cadence here. I asked my father-in-law, who lives down here, I was like, where should I go for like a good New York City authentic deli? He sent me to Firehouse Subs. I went to order like I do in New York City. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, boss, can I get let me know, can I get the Italian meatballs? And the kid cut me off. And he goes, first off, hello. I'm like, what? Kid would get murdered. Gosh, man. Just did shows in Memphis. I was in the South. I mean, I did shows there. I mean, not as good as this, but they were fun. The Southern hospitality is like insane. You know, the Southern charm. Like, have you ever been around someone who has got like a Southern like accent and talks in that Southern drawl? It's very charming. I bumped into this old lady at the hotel. And I felt bad. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And she looked back at me, and she goes, oh, it's okay, baby. She called me baby like 11 times. I'm like, I like this. I'm bringing this to the restaurant, San Pedro's. Getting called baby feels really good. Did you get called baby at the restaurant? No, right? They don't do that here. Not at this one. Not at the Majestic. They don't drop babies here. For sure not. And we can't use it the same way. Like it felt really good. I'm like, I'm going to put this in my repertoire. Oh, sold out show now. Welcome. What's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Is there a line out front to get in? No? You going to sit here? This is the view that I was hoping for this show. Just full-blown back of the head. This will work. Welcome to the show. My name is Mark. I'm talking directly to you the whole show. This is great. Front row, back straight to me. Awesome. This is it. This is the dream. Oh my God. I'm trying to use baby, but I can't use it. I tried to use it. This guy at Starbucks spilled coffee in my hand, and they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh, it's okay, baby." Yeah, he didn't understand. New York City, cool place, just like LA. A lot of people come from all around the world to New York City. It's a beautiful thing. Sometimes a little annoying though, you know? Like I was walking through Central Park, this guy from Italy came up to me and asked me for directions, but just did it in his native tongue, which kind of like bothered me. He was like, buongiorno, bene pizzette, bene pasta. I don't know what the hell he was saying, but I was pissed. I'm like, hey man, first of all, this is America, bro. We speak Spanish. Thank you. I'm an 80s baby, but a 90s kid. I'm an 80s baby, but a 90s kid. Anyone else grow up in the 90s here? Where are my 90s babies at? Yeah, some in the back. Leaving. I was the only person to raise his hand. It's out the door. But you guys are 90s kids, right? No? You're an 80s kid, but you went through the 90s. You get it. It was a simpler time. I think we peaked, though. I think, like, a culture in America peaked in the 90s. It was a simpler time. That's when a hashtag was just called the pound sign. When the best music on the planet was boy band. Did you listen to boy band music? You weren't into boy band music? No, what'd you listen to? Grunge and country? What are you, like, bipolar? What the hell is that? That is, like, the most different thing. You're listening to, like, Metallica and, like, Jason Aldean? One of the girls you dated was in the country? Well, what do you listen to now? Van Halen? So you're all over the place with your music. Is this because she likes Van Halen, now you like it? You like Van Halen, but your country rockin' days are over. Huh? No more country, you're out on that. But country's big, country's coming back. 90s hip hop. Ah, okay. I like that. I was a big Backstreet Boys guy, you know? Finish the lyric if you can. I know it was your country days, but here we go. You are... Yeah, yeah, you missed the cue. I had to have the help. She doesn't even know what's going on, and she sang it. Do it, okay. You are... You got a voice on you, too. Listen to that. What's your name, Jack? What is it? Mike? Fucking close. Listen, you got a little twang. You still carry that twang, Mike. You still carry that twang from your country days. I can see that. When I was going through elementary school, listen, I know you're thinking, whoa, Mark is an athlete. You're right. What's your name? Leslie? Leslie. Mark, athlete, but it all started when I was in elementary school. King of kickball. I was a king of kickball. And every day at recess when I played kickball, Mike, pay attention, when I was playing kickball, all the girls at my school were out at the jungle gym practicing witchcraft. Straight up voodoo shit. Because while we were playing kickball, all the girls were playing MASH. Do you guys ever play MASH? We'd be playing sports and the girls would be like doing pick a number. I'm like, what? We're going to decide your future. I'm like, I'm 7. Are you going to live in a mansion? Are you going to live in an apartment? Every time that I played MASH, I had 11 kids. I was single in a shack. It's just getting louder in here. I think that's good. I'm just going to keep going. It's okay. Listen, I think as I get louder, this table just gets louder too. And that's all right. That's okay. Guys, I'm filming my Netflix special tonight. So this is actually it. We're publishing this. It's going right to Netflix. It's going to be called Mark Tries His Best. And it's going to go, you're going to have to dig for it. It might go to Amazon Prime first, but that's the name of the special. Just eating shit in a fine dining restaurant. but we're trying our best. That's okay. That's what it's all about. I'm going to tell my wife there's 3,000 people here tonight, and I crushed it. I don't care. She doesn't know what the Majestic is. I'm going to tell her it's a theater in San Pedro. She's never been here either. Just moved. What a nightmare moving. Terrible. But anyway, I digress. You know kids now? Mike, do you got kids? No. No kids? Good for you. Good for you, Mike. Mike's got all the answers. He's got all the fucking answers from his country days. You know, kids now, though, go to school with iPads and computers. Isn't that nuts? That blows me away. Like, I went to school in the 90s. We didn't have any type of technology. Like, all the way 80s, 90s, like, my nephew, he's 8 years old. He was complaining that he didn't have the new iPad to go to school this year. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do without the new iPad. And, like, we didn't have any of that tech. Like, there was no tech like that. Like, if we had indoor recess, I would ask my teacher for Elmer's glue, and then I would put that on my hands, let it dry, and then peel it off. That was the entire game. And you always win. I asked my parents for rubber cement for Christmas, 1997. I remember the first computer game. Do you remember the first computer game you ever played when you were a kid? Remember the name of it? The Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail. That was the first game I ever played, and when I played the Oregon Trail in 1994, it blew my balls right off my body. I was so impressed with this technology. But as an adult, this game makes no sense. You're 8 years old. You have no life skills. Now you're in charge of a covered wagon going from Kansas City to the West Coast. You're trading with the natives. You're fighting dysentery and snake bites. And then what's the big prize of the game? Oregon. I used to look forward to, when I was in school though, like no matter what age I was in elementary school, I used to look forward to the fire drill. Nothing made me more excited than a fire drill. Did you guys, the fire drill was a pretty exciting time as a kid. I remember when I was sitting in class and the day would just seem like it's going on and on and on and on. And then all you'd hear is, ooh. As a kid, I'd be like, fuck yes, let's go. Let's go to the baseball field. Let's go to the track. Teacher never knew exactly where to go. But then when you're sitting there as a kid and you're going out to the baseball field, single filing it, when you're a kid and you hear the fire alarm and you're heading outside, no matter where you grew up or when you grew up, we all thought the same thing when you hear the fire alarm. When you hear the fire alarm go off, we all thought, I hope it's real. I hope this is a real fire. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I want the library ablaze. Then you make it out to the baseball field, and that was kind of the extent of the plan. Did you guys ever think about that? The whole plan ended at getting us to the baseball field. That was the extent of the plan. There was no other part of it. If this was a real fire in the school's mind, what we're going to do is get all the kids out to the baseball field where they're going to sit crisscross applesauce and watch the school burn. Netflix special coming right along. I remember I went from boy to man. I remember the day I went from a boy to a man. And it's kind of a nautical story. I know we're by the sea, Mike. Do you live by the sea, Mike? Do you live here? Do you live in the Pedro? Pedro? What? Hey, easy. I've been here for like 9 minutes. I moved here. I've never been to your fucking whatever. San Pedro's. Where you at? One Pedro, sorry. Up the hill? This guy's rich. He didn't want to say it, but he's like, I don't know if you ever heard of the estates at the hill. What? Where? What's the cheap seats? I don't know cross streets, dude. Give me a basic town. Are you here? You're in Pedro. I just asked you if you're in the Pedro. Pedro, I'm getting it. 10 minutes now I've been in your village. So you're here, the village of One Pedro. So you're on Western and 9th? Okay, well that's not, I mean, some people, like, they were oohing and ahhing over there, like, I don't know. I think it's fine. You're here. You're in the South Bay. You're by the ocean. I remember when I went from boy to man, it was a very memorable night. It was 1997. I was 11 years old. It was the first time I ever saw a naked woman. And I'll never forget that night, because it was with my dad. He took me to the movies to see Titanic. Now, as a kid, I'm 11. I'm watching this movie with my dad, and for the first 2 hours of Titanic, it's going pretty much according to plan. You got a doomed ship, little love story, and then for no connection to the plot, Rose looks over to Jack and goes, "Hey, do you want to draw me wearing nothing but this priceless ornament?" And then Rose lays down on a chaise lounge, takes off her blouse, and what do my 11-year-old eyeballs see? 2 icebergs. I was freaking out. I'm like staring at the screen. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but I'm also right next to my dad. This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever. I'm bright purple. I'm trying to come up with little kid logic to justify this situation that I'm in. The only thing I could come up with was maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he missed it. Now the end of the movie comes. I don't even know what happens at the end. I'm just so I'm freaking out because of that car ride with my dad on the way home, and I know he's going to talk about it. And we get in the car that night, and my dad says nothing for 1 year. My dad waited an entire calendar year to talk about it. It wasn't until Christmas 1998. The last gift under the tree was from my dad to me, and it was Titanic on VHS. Which was a 2-cassette VHS set. You couldn't even watch Titanic in one sitting. You had to get up and change the tape. And my dad and I made eye contact, said nothing, but we both knew it was titties rat. Cassette 2. My mom growing up was a dental hygienist. Where my dental hygienist at? I know no one's gonna say it. I did a lot of unnecessary x-rays as a kid. My mom would always put me in the new equipment. And one thing about getting an x-ray that I never understood as a kid and now, you know they put that big lead smock on you when you take an x-ray? I asked my mom, I'm like, why do you have to put that big lead smock on me? And she got very serious. She goes, that is to protect you from the radiation that comes off the x-ray so it doesn't get into your body. And then she took that same x-ray and she pointed it at my brain. Now I'm a comedian. My grandmother just turned 98. Mike, that's pretty impressive. Mike, you with me?
Yeah, 98.
98's crazy. She just turned 98, and she started dyeing her hair this year. She has like the old lady haircut of the world, which is like a perm. It's like a perm, like puff ball haircut that she's been rocking for like a long time, 30 years. She's been rocking this perm puff ball haircut. And this year she decided to start dyeing it jet black, like she was gonna fool the family. We just saw her for her 98th birthday. She looked like John Travolta. All right, guys, this is going pretty good. It's going good. We're recording, right? Good. Okay. I am married, Mike. I know you couldn't believe it. I'm married guy. And it's good to be out here. This is one of my first shows in Los Angeles, so I appreciate that. And one day, you know, I've shot 2 comedy specials, not as good as this, and you know, hopefully the third. We're gonna sell out a big theater here. I'm gonna come back to the Pedro. I'm gonna do this again, but yeah. My wife is, she's great, and it was tough dating, man. It was hard. It was hard dating in New York City. My last girlfriend, she lived in Cleveland. I lived in New York, and we had this long-distance, open relationship. I didn't know. Thank you, guys. My wife is Indian. Where are my Indians at? Great. My wife is Indian. Her parents are from India, so we had a big Indian wedding. Have you ever been to an Indian wedding? Anyone ever been to one? Whoa, that was a big applause. You've been to an Indian wedding in the back? You want more calamari? Yeah, you've been to one? Okay, I don't know if that was a calamari hand raise. Where was the one that you went to back there? Table? Oh, was that a calamari hand raise? She's out. Okay, did you go to one? You went to an Indian wedding? Yeah, pretty great, right? Yeah. Oh, you had a horse? We had an elephant. Yeah, we had a full-blown elephant at our wedding. Insane. And you know, there is, in Bengali, the language that they speak, there is no word for stand-up comedian. That doesn't exist. This is not a job in India. They don't know what a comedian is. She was trying to explain to her mother what I do for a living. She's like, he tells jokes. Her mom thought I was a clown. When she told her dad, you know, to her father, there's only two respectable jobs. You could be a lawyer or you could be a doctor. There is no other real profession. So she told her dad he tells jokes for a living. And in his mind, he kind of like internalized that I must be a doctor that like is a light-hearted doctor. Maybe like I'm a pediatrician that keeps the kids laughing. Or maybe I'm a witty surgeon. Who knows? He basically thought I was Patch Adams in some way. But all her family came over from India, and I'm like winning them over. By like the end of the wedding, 3-day wedding, they're all giving me nicknames. They're like, Sharamata, Sharamata, Sharamata. My wife told me the next day they were calling me Whitehead. All right, guys, that's my time. Listen, we crushed it. Enjoy your dinner. I got 3 more hours of comedy coming up. Just have to take a short break. Thank you guys so much. My name is Mark Jagarjian. I'm living in the South Bay. You're going to see me every night until I'm famous. Majestic, thank you. Enjoy dinner. I do appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Mark. Oh man, oh man. That was wonderful. Give him another round of applause because we need it. It's tough, man. Just a few minutes before the show started, we were instructed to turn the sound down. So I apologize that the first 10 minutes were basically mimes. But mimes are also great. We love a good mime. But yeah, so that was the show for the evening. We are wrapping up. But before we do, I just wanted to shout out the table over here that has some of my coworkers from, I actually can't tell you guys where they're from because we have an NDA, but I can to Lena express to you how much I love these guys. It's a family company, so yay to them. But yes, Cantalina expressed to you, that job is just mwah, chef's kiss, life on the water. Huh? Mike? Mark. Mike. I was trying to pay attention, but thank you for your participation. You guys were mostly good. Some of you were pretty naughty. Table right here, center table, very naughty, very, very naughty. Very loud. But table right here, Mike, you guys did so good. I'm going to go ahead and give you my free carafe for the evening. So I'll come give you that right now. But yay for that. But thank you all so much for coming out. This happens every single Wednesday. So come out. We normally have a local drop-in. If you're a comic and you want to try it out, let me know. Also, every dollar you spend here does help keep artists making art. So thank you all so much for your support. Even the naughty table, we love you. Keep spending money. All right, have a good night, everybody. Take care.